What's wrong with your car? What
Um,
happened? What happened yesterday?
what happened is that
Wait a minute. Freaking plane's going over.
I, I tried to turn the car and it wouldn't run because the battery died. It's as soon
Okay.
as
How
that
do you
happened,
know the battery was dead?
because nothing was turning on. Nothing.
Was it clicking?
No, it wasn't clicking.
Did you try to turn your lights on?
No, I didn't. Turn
Did
them on.
you hit the horn?
No, didn't hit
Okay.
anything.
Those are the usual suspects.
Okay.
If you, because some folks when their car don't start, they don't know what's wrong with it. They don't know if a wire's broke, and oh, it's the starter. My starter's going bad. They end up going to buy a starter and don't need it, or they go and buy a battery and don't need it. Um, the big most of the time is going to be you left something on
Okay.
and you ran your battery down, especially if your battery's old.
Okay.
Test for that is get a roll out the battery charger. If I'm not a big fan of those plug-in self-jumping things. Now that's good if you're out in the street, but keep you a battery charger. If you got cars, if you got kids with cars, keep you a battery charger. I have a different, I do cars, so I really need them. But you can get along without it. But it's kind of like having an air compressor. If you got a flat, man, you don't know how convenient that is. Um, you can jump a car off of here, or you can charge your battery. What we did was we jumped the car. The reason why we chose to jump the car is to see if the alternator is working. If you didn't leave nothing on,
Huh?
there are reasons as to why the battery would die.
Okay.
If your alternator is not working or not working properly, your alternator charges the battery. The only thing the battery does is start the car.
Okay. No.
Um, you can start the car and take the battery out and drive.
Huh?
Your alternator recharges the battery from its cranks.
Okay.
If we jump it, we let it run to see if the battery is going to if the alternator is going to recharge the battery. If it recharges the battery, your alternator is doing what it's supposed to do. So the way that you test that, you let it run for a while, you cut it off, then you see if it'll restart. If it restarted, the alternator has charged the battery.
Huh?
If it doesn't restart, that means the jumping, the charger is what started the car.
Okay.
Now your car is actually running. We know it's not the alternator, or have reason to believe it's not the alternator.
Huh?
It's probably that your battery is old.
Uh-huh.
And it's a Duralast Gold. Do you remember the last time
I had to change the
you
battery.
put a new battery in here?
It was like 4 years ago, I think.
Four.
Maybe three, four, three.
Okay. Um, what we're going to do is, now that you have it running and you know it will start, what we're going to do is cut it off and let it sit longer,
Okay.
like 10, 15 minutes to see if it restarts.
Okay.
If it restarts, you're probably an idiot. It
Wow.
means you did something to
Okay.
run the battery down. If it doesn't restart, something's wrong with either the alternator or the battery. What we'll do then, jump it again, and then go and get the alternator and the battery tested.
Uh,
If it starts up fine, we're still going to do that just because we don't want you to get stuck later.
uh-huh.
But it's more than likely, from what it's looking like now, um, just something was left on, the door was left open, something drew the battery. Now, there can be situations where there's a malfunction that something doesn't cut off when the car is cut off and it's still drawing from the battery. That's the exception and not the rule. So the usual suspects, when you get in your car won't start. If it's doing absolutely nothing, hit the horn.
Okay.
If the horn don't beat, battery's probably dead. Double check, pull your lights, see if your lights gonna work. If your lights don't work, it's definitely a dead battery.
Okay.
If everything is working and the car just won't turn over, the battery could be really low, or it could be a different issue. So that's how we're gonna try to swing this one. But yeah, let's go ahead and put that back up and cut the car off. We'll just let it sit and see if it starts much later.